Okay, for our corrections on the fuel prices, starting with Grace, we were talking about our icebreaker about your warning label. You said, give me a cup of coffee and don't make me hungry. So, first one, we actually had this as a rule. This is a normal thing to say. Don't talk to me before coffee. Don't talk to me before coffee. And I get hangry. Hangry is a kind of like slang term, I guess, for hungry and angry. Yeah. So don't talk to me before coffee. I get hangry. The next, you said you were talking about the taste of the black bean noodles. You said the taste is not very strong. Maybe it has a neutral taste. And last, you said, since I not have a car, the oil price go up and does not affect my life. So transportation prices go up, it affects my life. So since I don't own a car, oil prices don't affect me directly. However, transportation prices will affect me. Boyan, she said, we call the workplace phone connected my personal phone. When you call my work number, it gets redirected to my phone. Redirected. Then she said, already I told you a lot. I have mentioned this plenty of times before. And then she talked about with dating, I don't wait 3 times for the same thing. I think the best way to describe it is 3 strikes and you're out. I don't like to wait for you to learn from the same mistakes over and over again. Youngsuk, you said the food money always go up, and then you said to maintain my survive. So food prices always rise, and it gets more difficult to, instead of maintain my survive, because it's like you're saying you're trying to survive or else you're going to die. So, which sounds really urgent. If it is, maybe you should look into a different job. So as food prices rise, it gets more difficult to maybe to budget, or more difficult to have more freedom to spend, or I have to kind of, sometimes we say we have to tighten the belt. Tighten the belt is kind of an expression you use for when times get rough with money. So I've got to tighten my belt a little bit. Like I've got to cut down on spending. Also, you had said something to the song. You said, "Oh, you mean on live?" When you were talking about the live broadcast of meeting with North Korea. So actually, it's not on live. It's just live. Yeah. For Sophia, she said the public liked this heist, so they cheered this heist. She was talking about the Netflix series. The public, I guess in a way, the public supported the criminals, maybe, instead of the heist. So maybe the public sided with the criminals. That's probably the best way. The public sided with the criminals. And then she says, still there are a lot of politics issue. There are still a lot of political issues. And last but not least, for Song, you said not physical, but my mental, like hysteric. You said the way it affects you. So I'm not affected physically, but yeah, I guess you could say, yeah, but it affects me mentally. And it's, I guess, it's hard to say like naturally, like I'm affected mentally and it makes me hysterical, because it kind of, when you hear hysterical, you think of like you're on fire and you're dying or something. So maybe, unless you feel that way. So maybe the best way to say it is, I get really stressed out, maybe, or I maybe I get hit hard is another way that sounds more natural. Like it hits me hard. Sometimes when you say it hits me, like it really affects you. Like it makes you like deeply. So it hits me hard. Is a great way to say it. And last, you said those kind of scene was delivered to everyone on live and on the world too. So those kind of scene, this moment, or this rare moment, was broadcast live to the world, or everyone witnessed it. And those are your corrections. Thank you, bye.